Hi, I'm Atu and I went to a college around the Bedford area. I studied the A-levels of psychology, sociology and English literature. At my upper school, I didn't have a CU. So when I went to college, I was kind of hoping that I would find one. I looked through the little societies and clubs booklet and I couldn't find Christian Union anywhere, and so I was kind of crushed because it was reminding me a little bit of upper school. I asked around and I got given permission, luckily, and so it was through my youth worker, Karen. She came over and she helped me to set one up. Basically would meet up with me every week and we'd talk about Jesus and we'd eat donuts and we just talk about our hopes for the CU, and there was still no people coming, and so through that we started to put posters, but they got taken down, and so I was crushed about that as well because I didn't know how else to get people to come. And so we made a little cake stall and we were just giving out sweets and treats and things just to people, and everyone was super nice and still no one was coming. So again, I was really crushed because I was in that awkward situation of, Lord, I'm here, I've started this CU, I thought I was doing your work, but I don't know what to do right now, it's just me. Am I really the only Christian in this college? And so I think at that moment where I felt really alone and I didn't know what I was doing, I think I just felt the need to pray. The only place that we were allowed to kind of meet in is this really small room. The best way to explain it is basically the room that Harry had in Harry Potter in his uncle and auntie's house, the one on the stairs. And we'd meet in there and we'd just pray for my friends. And I would bring in this jar and I called it my prayer jar, and I'd put my friends' names in it and I'd basically pick out a name and I'd sit there and I'd pray for each person. My friends definitely knew that I was a Christian. I told everyone, and they thought it was kind of strange that I'd be going into this room and just sat there praying for them. But at the same time, they were also really encouraging about it, which was really helpful. And I think they kind of saw me and they were like, Atu, it's lunchtime, it's exam time. Why are you going to see you? We're going to be revising. And, I'd kind of be like, oh, I'm just praying for us, really. I know this is a really tough season. And I remember they would look at me as if kind of like, how are you not losing your head right now? And I think they could see that even in that stress, that I was grounded upon peace and that I was grounded upon Jesus. I remember there was just loads of occasions where I'd say, hey guys, I'm going to see you. And just off the back of that, people would ask, all sorts of questions about suffering, those questions about sex and marriage, and it was just good to see that people were curious as to why I was a Christian. To me, all I thought I was doing was just going into a room and praying for my friends, but I could see in them that they were curious about, how is it that this girl is a Christian? How is it that she believes in God? And they were actively thinking about Christianity, and they were battling with it, which I think is really important. So it's just nice to see that even though all I thought I was doing was praying for them, that God was planting seeds in them. I would really encourage students to pray for their friends, just because you could be the only person praying for them, which is terrifying, and you could be the only person that has Christ in them, that is in their lives, and that's insane to think, and it's kind of scary. But just remember that God loves them and He loves you and He loves to hear your voice. So even if it's just sitting down and praying for them, it's really important because God is love and God is mighty to save. And those seeds that, may have been planted whilst you were praying for them, who knows what God could do with that? So I'd really encourage you to pray.